Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, sisters. I just wanted to answer a question someone who, to some of the sisters who haven't experienced the summer wearing the niqab. So a sister asked me a question like, how do I wear the niqab in the heat? And of course, we just came from Egypt, so it was hot during Ramadan, and of course I didn't take off my niqab, so I'm used to wearing it, and also I live in Arizona, so it does get very hot here. It can sometimes get up to 115 degrees or more in the summertime, but it's kind of very rare. Last year it was actually the hottest recorded temperatures in history. So it was very hot last year, but I wasn't here. I was actually in Egypt. In regards to wearing the niqab in the heat, there are so many options that you can choose from in regards to material. So of course you have like chiffon, and then you also have like georgette, and then you have silk, and you also have cotton and polyester. So there's many different materials that you can choose from. However, I like to choose the thinnest, coolest material as possible, even in the winter months, because it just makes it easier for me to breathe. So I mean, alhamdulillah, I was very intuitive, like when I first started to wear the niqab, with the correct materials that fit my face and also that was more comfortable for me. But pretty much the online website that I go to is Sunnah Style, and also Hijabi Muslim, which is really nice. They have some really nice materials for wearing the niqab. And then also sometimes I just go to the material store and I go to my seamstress and I tell them exactly what I like to wear on my face. I don't always like the plain black niqabs. I do like to wear some of the prints, which are very basic, and sometimes I like to wear the half niqab because it is a lot easier when I go out in public and I have to eat. But when I order the burqa, I order mostly the soft light material. So it really just depends on the kind of material that you wear, and what fits you best. So I thought that this video might be helpful, just to share some of my experiences with some of the sisters. I personally like to try on my niqab and have it touch my face before I purchase it. I have ordered niqabs in the past that I have not actually been comfortable with, and I wound up giving them away or just keeping them for emergencies only. So if you can find a source in your community, or the material that fits you well, when you order it online, it shouldn't be a problem. But if there are some sisters in the community who have stores, or perhaps who sell clothes, go to them and ask them if they have any niqabs available, and then you can pretty much try it out for yourself, inshallah. So I hope this video was helpful, and I did not forget about my subscribers who wanted me to talk about polygyny in Islam and how I became a Muslim and my journey with the niqab. I am still going to touch on those topics, but I thought that this would be a quick, short video in regards to the response, in regards to the question. I'm responding to the question that a sister asked me recently. Actually, a few sisters asked me, how do I deal with the niqab in the heat? And also, don't come out in the daytime. Try not to come out in the daytime. If you live in Arizona, or if you live in a really hot place, try to stay in the daytime as much as possible. Come out when the sun sets. I know a lot of the sisters in Saudi Arabia, they go outside, in the nighttime. They shop in the nighttime. The sisters in Dubai, they go to the mall in the nighttime. They don't wear the niqab outside in the daytime. But if you have to be out in the daytime, pick the best material. Be very wise. Make sure that you're in an environment that has air conditioning in it, and tinted windows, hopefully. I actually have to get my windows tinted because they're not tinted, and I know that it's probably going to be hot because it's already 80 degrees and it's February. So I want to make sure that I prepare myself for that, inshallah. But in regards to just like coming out in the daytime, try to stay out of the sun. it's just a few months out of the year, so you can sacrifice, some of the things. And be careful while you're fasting wearing the niqab as well, because you can pass out, and you don't want to, make a hardship for you that's unnecessarily. If it gets to that point, then maybe you should rethink, some things about how you're wearing the niqab, or if you're going to wear the niqab in the heat. Alhamdulillah. But inshallah ta'ala, if you have any other questions, just let me know, and I'll try to talk about this topic, and talk to you guys soon. Peace.